long winters the banners held high, walls of barrow keep reaching the sky.
Battering rams broke, the ladders all burned, yet still the foe came and still they returned.
We sang of the courage, the stone and the steel, the cold in our bones, the hunger we feel. But then from the mountains, so sudden, so grand, came eagles like shadows across the land. Over the wall with a cry sharp and deep, they ended the siege of Old Barrow Keep. 9 years of waiting, 9 years of fight, the moon over towers, the torches at night, the warlords all trembling, their hearts full of dread, as talons and wings crowned the sky overhead. No heroes last stand, no swords final gleam, just feathers and thunder and the end of a dream. From crags and from clouds with a promise to keep, they ended the siege of Old Barrow Keep. Old Barrow Keep.
Mist and shadow, the mountain loomed high, where the fire-born terror had darkened the sky. With a blade forged in silence and courage untamed, Siegfried rode forth to carve out his name. Flames roared like thunder, the earth shook with fear, the beast's eyes were embers, its death drawing near. Bathed in the blood of the dragon I stand, steel in my veins fade under my hand. From crown to heel no mortal can harm, save where the leaf lies a traitor's alarm. The clash was like storm wind, the sky split in two, the talon struck deep, yet the hero fought through. With one final thrust through the heart cold as stone, the dragon lay still and its kingdom his own. Bathed in the blood of the dragon I stand, steel in my veins fade under my hand. From crown to heel no mortal can harm, save where the leaf lies a traitor's alarm. In crimson he bathed neath the forest green breath, the magic seeped in, defying all death. Yet unseen it drifted, a lone autumn leaf, a shadow of doom, a whisper of grief. Leaf on the hero, fate's cruel jest, one mark for the arrow.
dark and whispering trees they roam, breadcrumb trail to lead them home, a candy roof and a sugared wall, a witch's laugh and the forest call. Hansel, Gretel, run, don't stay, sugar won't save you, it leads astray. Dance to the beat of the fiddler's tune, escape the oven by the light of the moon.
The witch invites them, come have a bite, cakes and pies by the fire's light. But Hansel's clever, he knows her game, a stick for a finger, the trick's the same.
Hansel, Gretel, quick be sly, don't let the witch see the twinkle in your eye. Spin and stop on the wooden floor, kick the door and dash once more.
Gretel shoves with all her might, the witch is gone and the flame so bright. They grab the gold, the jewels, the bread, and race through the forest ahead.
But the gingerbread house rebuilt that night, with candy guards and a marzipan night. Now they sell pastries to folks in town, and charge a gold coin for each sweet crown.
We plotted, drew maps in the ale, marked every step, every hinge, every nail. I leapt at the gate with a cry fierce and bold, then struck my own leg as my sword slipped from hold. Oh, the dragon looked on with a grin full of flame. The guard on the wall called me Sir Lame of Shame. Raise your cups for the hero who missed, who kissed not the foe but his own iron wrist. Sing loud for the leap and the thundering pain, the knight who attacked himself once again.
The wizard turned pale, the squire near cried, the gate stayed shut, my pride nearly died. But bards love a tale where the hero's the jest, for no song's complete without mocking the quest.
Raise your cups for the hero who missed, who kissed not the foe but his own iron wrist. Sing loud for the leap and the thundering pain, the knight who attacked himself once again. The knight who attacked himself once again.
In the town of Brindle Fair, where the taverns never rest, sat Ale Bryn the Windbedge with a wager in his chest. I'll cool the mugs for all of you with just a gentle breeze. He raised his hands, the rafters shook, the ale leapt from the lees. The fiddler's tune went sideways, the candles lost their flame. The serving wench went spinning as the gusts around her came. Oh, gale in the alehouse, tankers took to flight. Foam across the floorboards, laughter through the night. Raise a cheer for the windblown cheer in Brindle Fair's delight. Oh, gale in the alehouse on that rowdy night. The jugs rolled down the staircase, the pies flew through the hall. Old Captain Drew cried, hold your hats, but nearly took a fall. The bard's own lute was lifted high, the dice flew through the air, and every patron roared with glee, blow harder if you dare. Oh, gale in the alehouse, tankers took to flight. Foam across the floorboards, laughter through the night. Raise a cheer for the windblown cheer in Brindle Fair's delight. Oh, gale in the alehouse on that rowdy night. If you meet a windmage, beware his merry boast, for when he stirs the evening, you'll likely spill your toast. Oh, gale in the alehouse, let the story grow. From hearth to hall, the whispers call of winds from long ago. Raise a cheer for the windblown cheer in Brindle Fair's the light. Oh, gale in the alehouse on that rowdy night. Oh, gale in the alehouse, tankers took to flight. Foam across the floorboards, laughter through the night. Raise a cheer for the windblown cheer in Brindle Fair's delight. Oh, gale in the alehouse on that rowdy night. In the witchling school of yonder hill, young Lila brewed with pride a potion bright as morning sun to make hair's glory shine. She poured it in the schoolyard brew, a gift for all to share. But bottles switched in secret dance and trouble filled the air. Shine it bright, then gone, oh gone, from crown to chin, each hair undone. Raise your cups and hear the tale of Lila's brew that left heads pale.
I swear it smelled of jasmine, the cork was painted gold. I meant to grant them beauty, not leave their scalps so cold.
The children's shouts were ringing, the masters grabbed their hats, and shiny domes now glistened where braids and curls once sat. Shine it bright, then gone, oh gone, from crown to chin, each hair undone. Raise your cups and hear the tale of Lila's brew that left heads pale. Departed, the baker's brows took flight, yet soon the hall was laughing till deep into the night.
They wore their heads like medals, so noble, smooth and fair, and Lila bowed in curtsy, still holding bottles fair.
So heed the words I'm singing when Lila stirs the pot. The end's a merry riddle, though chaos starts the plot. And if she brings you potions, my friend, be swift and wise. Read the label twice before it meets your eyes.
Shine it bright, then gone, oh gone, from crown to chin, each hair undone. Raise your cups and hear the tale of Lila's brew that left heads pale. Gone, from crown to chin, each hair undone. Raise your cups and hear the tale of Lila's brew that left heads pale.
The gates of Alderbrook the royal march began. With banners high and trumpets loud they hailed the nobleman. But Thornock, mage of earth and might, thought, I shall aid their way. I'll soften road for weary feet and brighten up the day. Yet earth obeyed too fondly, the cobbles turned to clay, and soon the king's fine cavalry were stuck without delay. Mud in the king's boots, gold in the grime, the trumpets fell silent in the holiday chime. From stirrup to stirrup they struggled and swore, mud in the king's boots, forever folklore. The courtiers wailed in horror, the knights all pulled in vain. The queen's own steed was splattered, the coach sank in the lane. Thornock blushed and bowed his head, it's softer now, you see. The king just sighed and muttered low, it's softer far for me. Mud in the king's boots, gold in the grime, the trumpets fell silent in the holiday chime. From stirrup to stirrup they struggled and swore, mud in the king's boots, forever folklore. So let this tale remind you, when magic meets the crown, a single slip of power can pull the whole court down. Mud in the king's boots, gold in the grime, we'll drink to that blunder till the end of all time. Mud in the king's boots, gold in the grime, we'll drink to that blunder till the end of all time. I saw my good comrade fall wounded in fight. His helm was all dented, his face pale as night. I ran with my potion, so noble, so fast, then slipped on the glass and fell flat on my path. Oh, the cork popped away and the floor got the cure. My knees took the blow, but my friend stayed impure. Hell for the healer who healed not a soul, who watered the stones and achieved but a hole. Laugh for the spill, for the splash and the squeal, for the hero who slipped on his own holy heel. The cleric was laughing, the bard tuned his lute. The thief took my boots, called it fair pay for loot. Yet still they remember in taverns and halls the man who saved floors but let comrades take falls. Hell for the healer who healed not a soul, who watered the stones and achieved but a hole. Laugh for the spill, for the splash and the squeal, for the hero who slipped on his own holy heel. Hell for the healer who healed not a soul, who watered the stones and achieved but a hole. Laugh for the spill, for the splash and the squeal, for the hero who slipped on his own holy heel. tower where roses had grown, a princess was caged on a seat of cold stone. Trolls at the gate and knights on the floor, with broken down swords they could live to no more. We prayed to the saints, we sharpened each blade, but hope was a shadow that swiftly did fade. Then beating the wind came the eagles in flight, through window and thorn in the dead of the night. They lifted her high past the moon's silver dome, and carried the princess of Thornvale home. The trolls roared below with rage in their eyes, but talons and wings stole away the prize. The knights drank to freedom, the bells rang aloud, and the kingdom rejoiced in the feast hall crowd. No gallant last duel, no dragon to slay, just eagles that ended the trouble that day. Through moonlight they soared past the old castle's dome, and carried the princess of Thornvale beside the market lived the cat of gentle purr, old Mr. Purrington with silky midnight fur. But Lila thought him gloomy, so with a cheerful call she cast a charm to lift his mood and raised a fearful brawl. Roar and stomp, oh, hear that cry, from chimney tops to clouds on high. The hens all fled, the goats took flight, when Dino Cat came out tonight.
Shake the tavern rafters and wake the sleeping in.
His whiskers turned to bristles, his tail a scaly whip, and tiny clawed feet thundered with every bounding skip. Roar and stomp, oh, hear that cry, from chimney tops to clouds on high. The hens all fled, the goats took flight, when Dino Cat came out tonight. The cheese cart rolling, he licked the brewer's ale. He bellowed at the tailor till she turned ghostly pale. Yet children found it splendid, they tossed in fish and bread, while Lila sang beside him, not knowing where it led.
Now Mr. Purrington is calm, but keeps a watchful stare, and on the brightest moonlight he dreams of roars out there. So if you hear strange thunder and see no clouds in sight, it's Dino Cat and Lila's spell still echoing at night.
basket she skips, cloak as red as a rose as lips. To grandmother's house she hums along, but the wolf in the shadows hums her song. Oh red, keep to the trail. The wolf wears charm in his furry veil. Vests are playing the drums below. Danger dances where the roses grow.
The wolf arrives all cunning and sly. Come closer, dear, don't be shy. With teeth like silver and eyes like flame, he calls her in by her sweet, sweet name.
Oh red, keep to the trail. The wolf wears charm in his furry veil. Vests are playing the drums below. Danger dances where the roses grow. A hunter comes with a mighty shout. He cuts the wolf and turns him out. Grandmother safe, they feast that day with music and mead and a bright bouquet. But the wolf returned with a brand new plan, selling red cloaks to every man. Now he runs the market by the brook, and red's his partner in the stall they took. Oh red, keep to the trail. The wolf wears charm in his furry veil. Bats are playing the drums below. Danger dances where the roses grow. To Burgundy's hall rode the hero in pride, where King Gunther dreamed of a warrior bride. Brunhald the mighty, with frost in her gaze, would wed only he who could match her in blaze.
No mortal shall take me save he who can stand through trial and duel by strength of his hand.
Ice is my armor, fire my breath.
I'll break through your winter, I'll dance with your death.
Two flames in the frost, in battle we bind.
One crown,
One throne, our fates intertwine. The ring of the steel, the crush of the shield, the ground trembled hard where none would yield. But Siegfried, unseen in his magical guise, struck true for the king neath the queen's iron eye. Ice is my armor, fire my breath.
I'll break through your winter, I'll dance with your death.
Two flames in the frost, in battle we bind. One crown, one throne, our fates intertwine. Her pride bowed to honor, her heart to the vow. Yet storms brewed in silence between them now. For love born in trickery's dangerous light will turn into embers before the night. Victory tastes of both honey and gall, and crowns may be won, but still cause the fall. And so in the feasting the minstrels still sing.
She married the man, but he wasn't the king.
When she learned the truth on her bridal night, her scream froze the soup and the beer into
Eldmar's dark silent lake lay a harp no thief nor wizard could take. 5 mages had tried, 3 quests had been lost. The water's too cold, the curse too much cost. The strings whispered songs no mortal should hear, and all who had sought it were swallowed by fear. But down from the clouds came the eagles so bold, they plunged to the deep through the night icy cold. With talons of iron they lifted it high and dropped it to me from the moon's watching eye. I strummed it at markets, in halls and in inns. Its music would dance through the laughter and sins. No mage could reclaim it, no king could command, for the eagles had given it into my hand. No riddles, no potions, no spells dark and steep, just eagles that ended the curse of Eldmar's deep. Through wind and through storm they had answered my cry and dropped it to me from the moon's watching eye. The wizard cried, "Here lies a passage most rare, a door none may see to the treasure's own lair." He chanted 3 spells, all in shimmering tongue, and opened a closet where brooms had been hung. Oh, the dust on the shelves was the gold he had found, and a bucket of water stood guarding the ground. Sing for the mage with the keenest of sight, who fought for a cupboard with all of his might. Raise up your cups, let the laughter be poured for the hero who stormed the invisible door.
Yet still every market and tavern will tell of the closet that cost 3 fine spells to compel.
Sing for the mage with the keenest of sight, who fought for a cupboard with all of his might. Raise up your cups, let the laughter be poured for the hero who stormed the invisible door. pure as the winter's morn. A beauty crowned the day she's born. But the queen with envy snare sent her far from the castle fair. Snow White, dance in the glen. 7 small friends and a song again. Fiddles ringing, the flutes in cheer. Raise your cup for the fairest here.
An apple red, a poison bite. She falls asleep in the pale moonlight. The dwarfs all weep, the forest still, till love's first kiss breaks the chill.
Snow White, dance in the glen. 7 small friends and a song again. Fiddles ringing, the flutes in cheer. Raise your cup for the fairest here. The prince arrives with gentle grace. Life returns to her smiling face. The queen is gone, the bells all ring. The feast begins in the castle's wing.
Now the dwarfs run a tavern grand. Snow White's the star of the wedding band, and the prince must scrub the mugs each night while she drinks cider by firelight.
Snow White, dance in the glen. 7 small friends and a song again. Fiddles ringing, the flutes in cheer. Raise your cup for the fairest here. At the fair of bloom in springtime, young Lila baked with care a tray of sugared cupcakes for all the crowd to share. She thought a pinch of lightning will warm their hearts with cheer, but soon the treats were booming for all the town to hear. Boom and bang, the frosting flies through laughing mouths and startled eyes. The sweetest storm was never found when Lila's cake shook all the ground.
I meant to give a tingle to make them clap in glee, not launch the judge's powdered wig straight into the sea. The fiddler dropped his fiddle, the juggler missed his pears, while Granny laughed so loudly she toppled off her chair.
Boom and bang, the frosting flies through laughing mouths and startled eyes. The sweetest storm was never found when Lila's cake shook all the ground. The mayor's wife caught icing straight in her noble cup. She sipped and said, by heavens, I'll eat the rest right up. The crowd began to gather, their hands all reaching fast, and Lila's name was toasted till night had fully passed. So if you seek adventure, just try her lightning bite. It's part dessert, part thunder, and wholly pure delight. But guard your hat and goblet when Lila's ovens flare, for every bite's a firework that sparkles through the air. Boom and bang, the frosting flies through laughing mouths and startled eyes. The sweetest storm was never found when Lila's cake shook all the ground. In Worms the halls are shining bright, 2 brides adorned in silver light. The wine flows deep, the lutes all play, yet whisper stir the feast today. Raise the cup, let the vows be sworn, 2 queens crowned on this fateful morn. Under silk and gold's embrace hides the shadow none can face.
Gunter stands with his warrior bride. Siegfried's joy shines at Cream Hillside, but pride like ember starts to glow beneath the music's gentle flow.
A glance too sharp, a smile too thin. The feast still roars with drum and din. Yet seeds of wrath are softly sown, and none will leave these bonds alone.
The night ends not with bridal cheer, but daggered looks and poisoned beer. And though the minstrels end the song, the tale will twist before too long.
Raise the cup, let the vows be sworn. Two queens crowned on this fateful morn. Under silk and gold's embrace hides the shadow none can face. Raise the cup, let the vows be sworn. Two queens crowned on this fateful morn. Under silk and gold's embrace hides the shadow none can face.
Oh, I strode through the gates where the heroes glare. A crowd in the square, maidens tossing their hair. The drums did thunder, the horns did call, but had not tied my stirrups, no, not at all. The mighty roll of the 20-sided fate, the die tumbled slow and the number was 8. My steed gave a snort, took one bold prance, and sent me headlong in a most awkward dance. Oh, I fell from my own steed to the laughter of the crowd, armor clanging like a bell. Oh, sweet and loud, they cheered for the night. Stay on, and my dignity was gone, gone, gone. Now the blacksmith still tells it for a mug of ale. Oh, the baker sings it when he needs his pail. If you ride through the square with your pride unfurled, tie your stirrups, friend, for you greet the world. Oh, I fell from my own steed to the laughter of the crowd, armor clanging like a bell. Oh, sweet and loud, they cheered for the night. Who could not stay on, and my dignity was gone, gone, gone. In the heart of Greystone town, where the scholars kept their lore, Morello strode with gentle steps across the marble floor. She spied a candle flicker by the maps of ancient seas, and thought, I'll quench this ember spark and guard the histories. But
Water sprang in torrents from her spellbound eager hand, and books became like sailing ships adrift from every stand.
oh, the flooded library, scrolls afloat and wide, charts of kings and kingdoms drifting with the tide. From shelf to shining window, the waves began to glide. Oh, the flooded library, where knowledge learned to ride.
The scribes cried out in horror, the monks leapt from their seats. The ink swirled into colors as it mingled in the sheets.
Morella guessed I only meant a drop to end the flame, yet now the walls were ringing with the scholars' shocked acclaim. Oh, the flooded library, scrolls afloat and wide, charts of kings and kingdoms, drifting with the tide. From shelf to shining window, the waves began to glide. Oh, the flooded library, where knowledge learned to ride.
Now sailors come for reading with their boots upon the plank, and every tale is wetter than the wine they've ever drank.
Oh, the flooded library, scrolls afloat and wide. Mayhap the gods of water keep those stories dry inside. Oh, the flooded library, scrolls afloat and wide. Mayhap the gods of water keep those stories dry inside. Oh, the flooded library, scrolls afloat and wide, charts of kings and kingdoms, drifting with the tide. From shelf to shining window, the waves began to glide. Oh, the flooded library, where knowledge learned to ride. Oh, the flooded library, where knowledge learned to ride.
For 3 long days the banners flew, the horns of war were calling through. Steel rang loud on the 12 great spans, blood was spilled on the river sand. Generals whispered, knights held fast, every bridge a spell was cast. Yet shadows dark began to creep as hope sank low, the land did weep. But high, oh high from the sunlit skies, the eagles came with burning eyes. They swept the foe in a single flight, and 12 bridges stood by morning light. No sword, no flame, no mortal hand could save the heart of our fair land. Yet wings of gold with thunder's call turned the tide and broke the wall. But high, oh high from the sunlit skies, the eagles came with burning eyes. They swept the foe in a single flight, and 12 bridges stood by morning light. But high, oh high from the sunlit skies, the eagles came with burning eyes. They swept the foe in a single flight, and 12 bridges stood by morning light. But high, oh high from the sunlit skies, the eagles came with burning eyes. They swept the foe in a single flight, and 12 bridges stood by morning light.
In the school of spell and parchment, the sky was grey with gloom. Young LaLeLo waved her wand to chase the clouds from the room. She whispered bright and canting, let sunshine fill the air. But thunder laughed above her, and mischief gathered there.
Hop and splash, the frogs came down through classroom halls and across the town. From roof to pond they leapt all day when Lila's sunspell hopped away. Hop and splash, the frogs came down through classroom halls and across the town. From roof to pond they leapt all day when Lila's sunspell hopped away.
was hopping the tavern's floor alive. The cobbler found a chorus beneath his dusty scribe. Yet laughter filled the village, for no one could deny a rain of frogs was better than storms that made you cry. So heed this merry story when casting charms for cheer. The sun may hide its face, but frogs will still appear. And LaLeLo bows in mischief with frogs upon her gown, the witch who brought the croak song down. Hop and splash, the frogs came down through classroom halls and across the town. From roof to pond they leapt all day when LaLeLo's sunspell hopped away. Rapunzel sings, locks like river as golden strings. A prince below calls out her name, up he climbs to fortune and fame. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. I'll climb to the clouds, I'll meet you there. Drums beat loud, the fiddle will cheer. The tower shakes as love draws near. Returns with eyes aflame, swears the prince will not stake his claim. But he's quick with a daring plan, steals her away, and away they ran. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. We'll dance through the markets, free as air. Lute and shawm in a joyful roar. The castle gates swing open door. Rapunzel, neck down your hair. She grinned and said with a cheeky air, no climbing now, just use the stair. Swing open now, just use the stair. Rapunzel, let down your hair. I'll climb to the clouds, I'll meet you there. Drums beat loud, the fiddle will cheer. The tower shakes as love draws near.
Granite hills where stalagmites stand tall, four mages crept through shadows to a dragon's ancient hall. They sought a gem of crimson fire to crown the royal band, but found instead a rumbling snore that shook the very land. Then out it came, a mighty sneeze like thunder through the deep, with flames and streams in wild spray. The cavern woke from sleep. In the cave of the sneezing dragon, sparks and torrents meet. Walls ablaze and rivers race beneath the trembling feet. Run ye brave from blazing rain and hear the echoed beat. In the cave of the sneezing rugged squares of magic's wayward band, who braved the beast but left instead with nothing in their hand. In the cave of the sneezing dragon, legends still repeat of how four mages fled the gold to save their smoking seed. In the cave of the sneezing dragon, sparks and torrents meet, walls ablaze and rivers race beneath the trembling feet. Run ye brave from blazing rain and hear the echoed beat. In the cave of the sneezing dragon, none can keep their seat. None can keep their seat.
With a wink and a grin I drew forth my spell to bend a foe's mind. Oh, I knew it so well. The lute plucked lightly, the crowd leaned in close. This charm would make him my friend, I suppose.
The dice spun round in the candlelight's glow. I prayed for a 20, but fate whispered no. A 7 it landed, the magic did turn, and struck my own heart with a lover's burn. Oh, I charm myself, now I can't look away from the face in the mirror. Oh, what can I say? I wink at my reflection, I blow myself a kiss. This is not the glory I had hoped to miss. Oh, noble mage, you're smitten with you. Aye, lass, it's true, my eyes are so blue.
The tavern roared as I posed with a sigh,
Bewitched by the handsomest man in my eye.
'Through winding halls of stone and bone, our hero roamed so far from home. He marked his path with crumbs of bread, but goblins laughed and turned his head.
Days grew long, his torch burned low. No moon above, no stream to flow. Each turn a trick, each step a jest. The maze would never grant him rest. Then down they came from the silver clouds. The eagles cried their call so loud. They found his path, they took his hand, and bore him back to freedom's land. And bore him back to freedom's land.
Five minutes flight and all was clear. The labyrinth vanished far from here. The tavern roared to hear the tale of eagle swift and hero pale. Then down they came from the silver clouds. The eagles cried their call so loud. They found his path, they took his hand, and bore him back to freedom.
dum dum da dum dum da ba dum da ba da. Dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da dum dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da. Dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da dum dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da. Through the forest Goldilocks roams, finds a cottage, nobody home. 3 bowls of porridge piping hot, she tastes them all and eats the lot. Too hot, too cold, just right my friend. A little more and my hunger will end. Fiddle and flute in a merry spree, the bears come home, just wait and see. Dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da dum dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da. Dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da dum dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da.
3 chairs waiting by the fire, she tries them all till one retires. Snap goes the wood, she doesn't care, she's having fun in the old armchair.
Too hard, too soft, this one's divine. I'll sit right here till the end of time. Tamarines shake as the tale rolls on. The bears are near, it won't be long. Dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da dum dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da. Dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da dum dum da ba dum da ba dum dum dum. Up the stairs to 3 fine beds, she tries them all and rests her head. Dreams of honey, pies and cream, till she awakes to a triple scream. The bears just stare, then start to grin. They bring her toast and let her in. Now every Sunday, come rain or shine, she's the guest for porridge and wine. Dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da dum dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da. Dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da dum dum da ba dum da ba dum dum da. One fine day in Broomstick Hall, young Lila felt so grand. She planned a dozen clever spells to help the village stand. To fill the well with water, she spoke in steady tone, but out it came, all dust and leaves instead of what was shown. Backward, sideways, upside down, her magic spins the whole town round. What she says turns on its head till all are laughing, none in dread.
I tried to warm the blacksmith's forge, instead it froze to ice. I meant to sweeten honey, made it turn to salty spice. The market grew a forest where fish were meant to fry. The hens began to moo aloud and cows began to fly.
Backward, sideways, upside down, her magic spins the whole town round. What she says turns on its head till all are laughing, none in dread. The mayor's speech came out in song, the drummer tapped a jig. The priest's fine robe turned into hay, the pig wore powdered wig. Though chaos ruled from dawn to dusk, the town was full of cheer, for Lila's upside magic made every soul draw near.
So if you see her casting with words so sure and terse, be ready for the wonder of magic in reverse. For even when it's backward, her heart is shining true.
And every twist a spell she casts still brings the day anew. Backward, sideways, upside down, her magic spins the whole town round. What she says turns on its head till all are laughing, none in dread.
Through forests deep the horns resound. The hounds give chase, the leaves unbound. Siegfried rides with bow in hand, not knowing death walks in his band. One strike, one breath, the end draws near. The hero falls to the treacherous spear. No clash, no roar, just fading cheer. where steel must bite, from lips that trusted in the night. A mark between the shoulder wide, where once a linden leaf did hide. One strike, one breath, the end draws near. The hero falls to the treacherous spear. No clash, no roar, just fading cheer. And silence crowns the hunter's bier. They drank, they laughed by streamlet's side. The hunter knelt to taste the tide. A shadow rose, the blow came fast, and all his glory breathed its last. No trumpets sang, no banners fell, just whispers told what none would tell. And in the court where candles gleam, a widow wakes from wedding oceans roll. The mages came to guard the trade from raiders on patrol. Aelbrun raised his arms to call the desert's breath in hand, to chase them to the farthest ridge and free this merchant band.
The wind obeyed with roaring might, the sands began to fly, till all the tents and camels too were swallowed by the sky.
Sands will siege the desert to roar, from golden dune to fortress door, and buried foe and friend the same, in swelling clouds that none could tame. Raiders fled in blinded fear, their cries lost in the gale, but so too did the mages camp beneath that sandy veil. Their food, their maps, their sturdy boots all vanished in the storm, and laughter rang as they dug out in chaotic sandy form. Sands will siege the desert to roar, from golden dune to fortress door, and buried foe and friend the same, in swelling clouds that none could tame. The deserts roar, they'll tell the tale forevermore. The deserts roar, from golden dune to fortress door, his buried foe and friend the same, in swirling clouds that none could tame. Sands will seize the deserts roar, they'll tell the tale forevermore. mountain pass an icy field. For ill no king would ever yield. Our hero rode through storm and frost to bring the brew that legends lost. Stood by the cellar door. Their roars like thunder's battle score. The cask was sealed with runes so old. Its wrath worth more than minted gold. But then above the peak so high, the eagle soared across the sky. They seized the cask in talons tight and brought it home by feast that night. Stay dry, the tavern sang neath moonlit sky. For in the end, through frost and gale, the eagles brought the dwarven ale. The dragon's lair I crept with the rogue's most delicate care. A glimmer of gold, oh the gods must be kind. The chest of my dreams and the riches inside. I reach for the lock, dice clattered on stone. A one on the die, oh the pain in my bone. My foot caught the edge, I pitched with a yelp, and the treasure bit back, it cared not to help. I tripped on my treasure, oh teeth on the floor, rolling cross rubies that I'd longed for. They call me the hero of riches and pain, with a smile of 3 teeth and a bruised pride again. Now the barkeep reminds me for each drink I buy, that's the man who let gold make his teeth fly. So I raise up my mug to my glorious quest. Though the dragon was slain, the chest won the rest.
I tripped on my treasure, oh teeth on the floor, rolling cross rubies that I longed for. They call me the hero of riches and pain, with a smile of 3 teeth and a bruised pride again. I tripped on my treasure, oh teeth on the floor, rolling cross rubies that I longed for. They call me the hero of riches and pain, with a smile of 3 teeth and a bruised pride again. Friends on the dusty road, donkey, dog, and a rooster crowed. A cat with a fiddle joins the band. They dream of music across the land. To Bremen we go, we'll sing and play through markets and squares the whole long day. Lute strings ring and the drum beats true. We've nothing to lose, just songs to do. They find a house with robbers inside, sneak to the window, peek and hide. One loud shout, one mighty crash, the robbers flee in a sudden dash. To Bremen we go, we'll sing and play through markets and squares the whole long day. Flute and shawm and a joyful cheer, the road to fame is drawing near. They feast at night and the robbers stew, sing till the moonlight fades from view. Their voices strong, their hearts are light, 4 friends together in the night. But when they reached the Bremen Square, they found no stage, just goats and air. So now they sing at the farmer's barn, with cows who moo right back in charm. Set for music, the school hall shone with light. The ball began with laughter and gowns of silver white. But Lila thought, let's help them clean before they start to dine. She cast a sweeping charm and the brooms formed up in line. Spin and twirl, the brooms took flight. They danced from dusk till morning light, with sweeping skirts and handles high. They stole the floor beneath the sky. Before the bride, they spun the cook in circles till she near collapsed with pride. And though the night was frantic, the laughter filled the hall, for brooms had made it grander than any planned out ball.
So should you call for cleaning, be careful what you say. The brooms may hear your order and dance your night away. And Lila smiles in wonder, her wand still in her hand, for magic loves a misstep when music leads the band.
by the grave in the glade, where the flowers now drink of my hero's shade. I stand in the night with the steel in my hand, and bind my heart in a vow none can withstand.
No crown shall sway me, no gold shall bind, no counsel of kin shall turn my mind. For the blood in the earth is a burning brand, and it calls me forth to the doom I've planned. I swear by the stars and the rivers flow, by the gods who see and the dead below, till his slayer's breath is forever still. I shall walk through fire, I shall drink my fill.
Through the halls of my fathers, through feast and prayer, I'll weave the snare they will not beware.
Each step I take, each word I weave, is a thread of the doom they shall not leave.
And if in my wrath my own blood should fall, let the norns be witness I give them all. For the fire within is my only breath, and I'll keep my vow in the arms of death.
I swear by the stars and the rivers flow, by the gods who see and the dead below, till his slayer's breath is forever still. I shall walk through fire, I shall drink my fill. I swear by the stars and the rivers flow, by the gods who see and the dead below, till his slayer's breath is forever still. I shall walk through fire, I shall drink my fill. I shall walk through fire, I shall drink my fill. In the vale of molten stone, where fire meets the sky, Burris stood with blazing hands, his eyes a burning cry.
Beside him, gentle Mirella, her waters fierce and proud, together face the mountain's wrath, its voice a roaring shroud.
Hold the line, cried Burris, the fire must be stayed. I'll drown it, laughed Mirella, let the seas might be arrayed. Lava, meet tidal wave, clash of flame and
charged like steeds. They met in white inferno, where the earth in fury bleeds.
The mages cheered their victory till smoke began to curl, and every part within their camp began to dance and whirl.
Lava, meet tidal wave, clash of flame and foam. Steam rose high to crown the sky, a boiling silver dome. From stone to shore, the tempest roared and cooked our feast before it poured.
So drink your ale and praise the cooks who never lit a flame. For Paris and Mirella storm has won them tavern fame.
Lava, meet tidal wave, clash of flame and foam. We'll feast on steam for years to come, wherever we may roam.
Hear ye now, my noble friends, a tale of silent grace. A shadow in the moonlight, no sound to leave a trace. I crept along the hallway, my dagger held just so. The die was cast, a perfect plan, or so I thought to go.
The cube did spin upon the wood, the tavern went all still. The fateful roll, the hand of doom, the gods did have their fill.
Nat one on the stealth check, the hinge gave out a scream. The door blew wide, the candle fell, the cat began to keen. Nat one on the stealth check, the guards now all awake.
And I was chased through Market Square for some minor mistake. I stepped upon a bucket, it rattled like a drum. The sham began to squeal as if the minstrels all had come. A pot rolled down the hallway, a fiddle screeched in fright, and every knight within the keep knew exactly where to fight.
Nat one on the stealth check, the hinge gave out a scream. The door blew wide, the candle fell, the cat began to keen. Nat one on the stealth check, the guards now all awake. And I was chased through Market Square for some minor mistake. The stealth check, the hinge gave out a scream. The door blew wide, the candle fell, the cat began to keen. Nat one on the stealth check, the guards now all awake. And I was chased through Market Square for some minor mistake.
Blizzards that bite and rivers of glass, we marched where no mortal had dared to pass. The peaks sang low in the winter's moan, for there lay Mordrall's frozen throne.
The crown of kings in ice it slept, guarded by frost where shadows crept.
But down from the south the eagles came, with wings like hearts and hearts aflame. They melted the snow, they broke the chill, and crowned our Lord on the mountain still.
spell so grand could free that crown from winter's hand.
But fire-born wings from distant skies brought summer's sun to frozen prize.
Oh, down from the south the eagles came with wings like hearts and hearts aflame. They melted the snow, they broke the chill, and crowned our Lord on the mountain still.
At the center of the market, with all the town in sight, young Lila raised her wand to try and make things right. I'll fix the frogs, the flying cows, the brooms, the dance at will. One spell to mend the damage, the market shall be still.
Pop and fizz, the bubbles flew in red and gold and silver hue. From cobblestone to chimney high, they filled the town and touched the sky.
I only meant for peace to bloom, not rainbow storm above. But bubbles keep on growing and chasing those I love. They burst in sparkling showers, they rolled like shining pearls, till every lane and alley was dancing in their swirl.
Pop and fizz, the bubbles flew in red and gold and silver hue. From cobblestone to chimney high, they filled the town and touched the sky.
The baker caught a bubble and baked it in a pie. The children chased them laughing, the mayor let one fly. And though the day grew wilder, the market roared with cheer, for Lila's grand apology had brought the town good beer.
So when she casts for pardon, expect a merry show. Her magic blooms in colors that only laughter knows. And Lila's name is written in market song so bright, the witch who turns her blunders into the town's delight.
Pop and fizz, the bubbles flew in red and gold and silver hue. From cobblestone to chimney high, they filled the town and touched the sky. Pop and fizz, the bubbles flew in red and gold and silver hue. From cobblestone to chimney high, they filled the town and touched the sky.
Sweeping all the floor, dreaming of the night she'd dance forevermore. Fairy came a knocking with the wand so bright, turned a pumpkin gold for the ball that night. Slippers shining, heart is racing, crowds are cheering, music chasing. Dance, dance, Cinderella, spin beneath the chandeliers. Dance, dance, Cinderella, lose your shoe but keep your cheer.
Castle hall so wide, trying every slipper, none would fit inside, till they found a maiden in her humble place.
And the shoe it slid with a perfect grace. Dance, dance, Cinderella, spin beneath the chandeliers. Dance, dance, Cinderella, lose your shoe but keep your cheer.
through the sunny land, crowns and cloaks and the prince's hand, feasts and songs in the candlelight glow, happily ever, well, almost so. For the fairy came back, said that you still mine, swapped it for a boot size 29. Now the queen stomps loud through every hall, scaring mice and guests at every ball. The chandeliers, dance, dance, Cinderella, lose your shoe but keep your chair. Dance, dance, Cinderella, dance, dance, Cinderella, dance, dance, Cinderella, dance, dance, Cinderella, lose your shoe but keep your chair.
The tables were heavy with venison and wine, gold cups overflowed in the candle's shine. The laughter was loud, yet the glances were steel, for none at that board knew the fate they'd seal. Grimald smiled with a queen's proud grace, but her eyes held storms none dared to face. Each goblet poured was a soldier's knell, each toast a step toward the gates of hell. Drink deep, my lords, let the red wine flow. The night is warm, but the wind shall blow. Eat your fill, for the dawn shall bring the feast of doom and the dying king. Hagen's hand never left his steel. Gunther laughed though his blood could feel. The harp's sweet song masked the dread of fate that waited beyond the banquet gate. The torches swayed as the wine cups fell, and the shadows danced to the tolling bell. For the hall was a pit and the guests were prey, and the dawn would weep for the dead that day. Drink deep, my lords, let the red wine flow. The night is warm, but the wind shall blow. Eat your fill, for the dawn shall bring the feast of doom and the dying king. Gather close, ye drunken lot, and let me spin this yarn of magic fierce and noble might that somewhat missed its charm. We'd cornered trolls in cellar deep, I knew the time had come. The die was cast, the cube did roll, the fire kissed my thumb. The numbers showed, the crowd did groan, the gods did shake with glee. My aim was true to the wrong room, where all my friends did be. Fireball in the wrong room, my comrades roast in flame. The smell of singed mustachios, they'll never be the same. Fireball in the wrong room, a hero's shameful crown. I'm buying drinks for all the night to calm my party down. The wizard's hat was smoking, the bard's lute lost its strings. The cleric's beard now curly from the heat my folly brings. The trolls all stared in wonder, then waved us all goodbye. For none remained to fight them, we were all too cooked to try. Fireball in the wrong room, my comrades roast in flame.
The smell of singed mustachios, they'll never be the same. Fireball in the wrong room, a hero's shameful crown. I'm buying drinks for all the night to calm my party down. Dum da da dum da dum da da dum dum da da dum da me da 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 dum da da dum da dum da da dum dum da. Fireball in the wrong room, my comrades roast in flame. The smell of Sing's mustachios, they'll never be the same. Fireball in the wrong room, a hero's shameful crown. I'm buying drinks for all the night to calm my party down.
Through the green of elder twine where the oldest oaks still grow, Thornock led the party forth on paths they did not know. He called upon the earth to lift the roots and clear the way, but nature heard him otherwise and chose its own display. From moss to mighty canopy, the forest took its stand, and tangled every traveler in the green and grasping land. Forest of endless roots, the trail was lost from sight. Elves and mages bound as one in nature's slow delight. From dawn to dusk they laughed and swore in knots they'd never known before. The elves who came to greet them found their boots in twisting snare, their silver hair with branches twined, their tempers in despair. Yet songs arose beneath the leaves as wine and jokes took hold, for all were caught together in the woodland's woven fold. Forest of endless roots, the trail was lost from sight. Elves and mages bound as one in nature's slow delight. From dawn to dusk they laughed and swore in knots they'd never known before. So if you walk where Thornock walked, keep careful where you tread, for roots remember every step and weave your path instead. Forest of endless roots where earth and mirth unite. The journey's long, but tales are strong beneath the green twilight.
3 nights we stood at the worm's black gate, his riddle twisting the threads of fate. Answer me true, or I'll feast on your pride. Guess once more, and your soul I'll bide. The hero thought, his brow in pain, while the dragon grinned in smug disdain. Then over the peaks came the eagle band, with talons sharp and wings so grand. They seized the beast in the dead of night, and dropped him far past mortal sight. No rhyme, no riddle, no cunning scheme could match the eagle's sudden gleam. They cared not for the game or jest, they simply carried off the pest. Now taverns roar with a merry and dropped him far past mortal sight. Mortal sight.
In a cradle spun with silk so fine,
a princess blessed by the stars would shine.
but a wicked curse in a whisper fell. Sleep forever at the spindle spell. Sleep, sleep, sleeping beauty, dreams as deep as oceans wide. Sleep, sleep, sleeping beauty, till a true heart wakes your tide.
Thorns grew high around the castle stone. Knights tried charging, yet none came home.
Years went by, yet her face stayed fair, while the whole realm sighed in the scented air.
Sleep, sleep, sleeping beauty,
Dreams as deep as oceans wide. Sleep, sleep, sleeping beauty,
till a true heart wakes your tide.
One brave lad with a grin came near, cut through brambles, fought off fear, kissed the princess, bells did ring, all the court began to sing.
But she yawned and rolled away in bed.
5 more centuries, she said. So the prince set up a breakfast stall, selling coffee to the snoring hall.
Sleep, sleep, sleeping beauty,
Dreams as deep as oceans wide.
sleep, sleep, sleeping beauty,
Till a true heart wakes your tide. Steel rang loud in the banquet hall as the first brave knight to the floor did fall. Blood on the boards where the wine had spilled, and the song of the feast in the clash was killed.
Hagen roared as he carved his path. Gunther fell to the Norn's red wrath. From pillar to door the battle swirled, till the hall was a ruin, a shattered world.
Strike, strike, for the hour is late. No man can flee from the woven fate. Blood for blood, let the rivers run, till the hall lies cold and the slaughter's done.
Kriemhild stood with a blade in hand, her vengeance quenched, but no heart unmanned. For in killing the wolf she had slain the foe.
Then the hall lay silent, its fires cold.
can flee from the woven fate. Blood for blood, let the rivers run, till the hall lies cold and the slaughter's done. Strike, for the hour is late. No man can flee from the woven fate. Blood for blood, let the rivers run, till the hall lies cold and the slaughter's done.
Oh, gather friends around my bed, for I am nearly gone. 3 goblins to the chest I took, my strength is almost done. The die was fetched, the cleric prayed, the air was thick with dread. The cube did roll, it mocked my soul and spun around my head.
A nat one first, then twice again, the tavern crowd did roar. I leapt upright in fevered fright and danced upon the floor.
It's the death save dance, 1 step to your grave, 2 steps for the healers you cannot save. Spin round once with your final breath, kick up your heels on the road to death.
The lute did twang, the shawm did howl, the baron beat my fate. The fiddle laughed, the maiden sang, he's dancing through the gate. I tripped upon the cleric's staff, I bowed and took a spin, and death itself clapped in the crowd to see the shape I'm in.
It's the death save dance, 1 step to your grave, 2 steps for the healers you cannot save. Spin round once with your final breath, kick up your heels on the road to death.
So if you roll the cube one day and fate's not on your side, remember me and dance away with death as partner bride.
It's the death save dance, 1 step to your grave, 2 steps for the healers you cannot save. Spin round once with your final breath, kick up your heels on the road to death. It's the death save dance, 1 step to your grave, 2 steps for the healers you cannot save. Spin round once with your final breath, kick up your heels on the road to death.
Above the silver clouds, the skyship took its flight, bound for distant kingdoms in the golden morning light. At the helm stood Elbrin with the wind's command in hand. I'll speed us to the harbor gates, the finest in the land. But gusts grew wild and wilder still, the deck began to sway, and soon the crew were clinging tight as clouds all blew away. Skyship in a storm, the mast near kissed the moon. From star to star we tumbled far, and none cried landfall soon. Hold the rail, ye daring souls, the winds are guide through heaven's shoals. The cook's fine stew went sailing past, the captain lost his hat. The sails near tore to ribbons as the crew cried, what was that? Yet laughter roared above the gale, for all aboard still knew that Elbrin's hand, though swift and bold, was far from steady too. Skyship in a storm, the mast near kissed the moon. From star to star we tumbled far, and none cried landfall soon. side, where wind and folly steered the way across the heavens wide. Skyship in a storm will sing till dawn anew, for flights like these are rare as gold, and twice the joy to crew. Hold the rail, ye daring souls, the winds are guide through heaven's
From Stonefell Vale to the gates of flame, our banners flew in the kingdom's name. Through mire and mist, through thorn and rain, we bore our steel with pride and strain. Yet Windspire's walls were far and steep, fell still. The march was done without the will, for what we'd walked for months to claim, the eagles won in half a flame. So now we drink to the flight so bold that carried a hero worth more than gold. Pale with dread, faced a king who wished for gold instead. In the night came a fellow so small and sly. Spin the straw and the gold will fly.
Round and round the spindle turned, gold from straw the maiden earned. Name, name, say my name, guess it right and win the game. Name, name, Rumpelstiltskin, lose the bet and I'll take what's mine again.
Guessed yet wrong each time. He danced in glee to a tune in rhyme.
But a secret watcher by firelight heard him sing of his name that night.
Name, name, say my name, guess it right and win the game. Name, name, Rumpelstiltskin, lose the bet and I'll take what's mine again.
Him out at the castle gate. He roared so loud it shook the stage. He stamped the floor in a furious spin,
till he split himself right down to his chin.
But out popped the two tiny brothers then. One ran to the tavern, the other to the pen. Now the land's got triple trouble and glee, with three of him dancing round the tree. Name, name, say my name, guess it right and win the game. Name, name, Rumpelstiltskin, lose the bet and I'll take what's mine again.
frost-spired pass where mountain shadows lean. The four-made camp neath silver peaks in air so sharp and clean. Pier is built a fire high, its glow a crimson crown, while Mirella fetched the mountains melt to cool the wine down.
But flame and frost and playful war clashed over pot and plate, till supper took a stranger form and thought to contemplate.
The frozen feast, a banquet turned to ice, with roasted fowl now glistening, locked in frosty spice. From goblet cold to stew like stone, we dine beneath the mountain's throne.
The hair was half in embers, half in crystal shell. The bread was warm yet capped with snow, a sight no bard could tell. The mugs of mead were frozen mid a sip trapped in the wave, and laughter rolled from cliff to cliff at what the two had gave.
The frozen feast, a banquet turned to ice, with roasted fowl now glistening, locked in frosty spice. From goblet cold to stew like stone, we dine beneath the mountain's throne. So raise a cheer to fiery hands and water's cooling art,
Whose quarrel turned our mountain meal to winter's merry heart.
the frozen feast forever shall be sung in taverns where the mugs are raised and laughter's ever young. From goblet cold to stew like stone, we dine beneath the mountain's throne.
A princess proud to high in grace would mock each suitor to his face. One she called a thrush with a beaky chin, and laughed so loud the court caved in. Oh, dance, proud lady, dance, mock the kings and princes grand. Oh, dance, proud lady, dance, till fate will take your hand.
Her father swore you'll wed the next who comes.
The beggar strolled in beating humble drums. Off she went to a tumbled shack, learning work with an aching back. Oh, dance, proud lady, dance, mock the kings and princes grand. Oh, dance, proud lady, dance, till fate will take your hand. One feast was called in the royal square.
The beggar dressed like a king stood there.
It was thrush fed all along in jest, teaching the princess humility best.
But she laughed, your beard still looks like a bird.
He sighed, some habits can't be cured.
Now the court has masks with beaks so wide.
Can birds call contests every Yuletide? Oh, dance, proud lady, dance, mock the kings and princes grand. Oh, dance, proud lady, dance, till fate will take your hand. Oh, dance, proud lady, dance, mock the kings and princes grand. Oh, dance, proud lady, dance, till fate will take your hand.
dunes of Silver Plain, where sun and shadow weave. The temple of the fourfold winds lay guarded, none believe. Its gates were sealed by ancient craft, by earth and flame and rain, by air that whispers secrets in an ever-changing strain. The four approached in eager step, each keen to prove their might, yet none would wait for one accord, each struck to claim the right. Temple of the Four Winds, tremble in the sand, for powers clashed upon your stones, unbound by guiding hand. The pillars shook, the banners tore, and near the gates they were no more. Brings gusts unmoored the doors, Porus lit the floor, Morella's flood swept down the steps, Thornock split the core. The temple roared with ancient wrath, its stones began to fall, till mages fled in tangled haste, near crushed by their own core. Temple of the Four Winds, tremble in the sand, for powers clashed upon your stones, unbound by guiding hand. The pillars shook, the banners tore, and near the gates they were no more. Let this be told in market squares and sung in courtly halls, that pride will shake the firmest stones and heed not ancient walls. Temple of the Four Winds, mark this on your land, the fools who woke your storming heart with no unsteady hand. Temple of the Four Winds, tremble in the sand, for powers clashed upon your stones, unbound by guiding hand. The pillars shook, the banners tore, and near the gates they were no more. Temple of the Four Winds, tremble in the sand, for powers clashed upon your stones, unbound by guiding hand. The pillars shook, the banners tore, and near the gates they were no more.
In the market square of Silverdale, beneath the oaken shade, the fair Ethernia walked alone in emerald arrayed.
Three mages spied her beauty bright, their hearts took sudden flame, and each swore he would win her love and glory to his name.
Elbrun sent the blossoms flying, Thornock carved a throne, Paris lit the lamps at dusk with sparks of fire alone. Three mages, one elf, each fighting for her hand, with wind and stone and fire bold across the elven land. They cast, they sang, they swore by stars above, three maids in the folly of love.
They met upon the river bank, each bearing finest wine, each boasting of the battles fought, the spells and ancient line.
Elenia smiled at every gift, yet gave no promise true, while whispering to Mirella, I think my heart's with you. Three mages, one elf, each fighting for her hand, with wind and stone and fire bold across the elven land. They cast, they sang, they swore by stars above, three mages in the folly of love.
At last upon the midsummer's eve, she bade them all draw near.
Thank you for the songs and spells, the joy I found this year.
Yet love's a stream that finds its way, and mine runs clear as rain.
It flows to Mirella, my heart's sweet bright refrain. Three mages, one elf, now staring in surprise,
while laughter fills the market air and tears stand in their eyes. So raise your cups and toast to love's own shove. Three mage in the folly of love.